warnings, parental caution or whatever it is. So if at certain points, I'll leave to the parents to put hands over their young children. Not that it's too bad, but there are a couple of places. Anyway, in a house hammered into a hill, hanging over the Humber Arm, I grew up and watched the cargo ships come and go without me through spring, summer, autumn, winter, and watched Roe Carter open the shutters on his store where everything you ever needed could be bought, and listened for the mill steam whistle announcing the hours and disasters always whistling. And at 16, I left 7 Lynch's Lane, Corner Brook, Newfoundland, and I've been leaving for more than 2 decades, never staying anywhere long enough to get to know people well enough to have a fight, an argument even. And perhaps all this time I've been running away from Lynch's Lane, where I lived a soap opera with no commercial breaks and grew up perpendicular on the side of a hill. With Gordy Gorman, whose mother one Christmas gave him a hunting knife with a blade like a silver bell, but Gordy Gorman refused to carve the turkey and hunted through the house with one clean slice down to the side, cut off his penis instead, and was rushed to Montreal, where it was sewed back on, though neighbors said it never worked right again. And Gordy Gorman said only, I wanted to see how sharp it was. And Francie Baker, who spent a whole year in bed, just woke up on New Year's Day and said, I'm not getting up this year. And day after day, just lay in bed, reading the newspaper and looking out the window, and she always waved at Cease Fraser Mackey, my brother, and me, when we climbed the crabapple tree to watch her. And Bonnie Windsor, who rubbed herself with coconut oil and lay on a red blanket in her underwear like a movie star between sheets of tinfoil toasting in the spring sun, and sometimes smiled at Cease Fraser Mackey, my brother, and me, hiding in the tall grass, watching her turning and cooking like a chicken on a spit. And we asked her if we could take Polaroid snaps, and she said yes. But by the time we saved up enough money for film, summer was over, and Bonnie Windsor's brown body was hidden away for another year. And Janie Berkshire, who built a big 2-story house with her husband Pleeman, and the night Cease Fraser Mackey, my brother, and I carried and dragged Pleeman all the way up Old Humber Road and Lynch's Lane from the Caribou Tavern, where he sometimes went after prayer meetings at the Glad Tidings Tabernacle. Janie Berkshire threw Pleeman out the new plate glass window, and he fell 2 stories buried in snow. And Cease Fraser Mackey, my brother, and I hid Pleeman in Cease's basement for the night. And Janie Berkshire painted the house magenta and raised 3 daughters and served tea and walnut sandwiches at weekly meetings with the women of Lynch's Lane, but wouldn't let Pleeman Berkshire or any other man in the house again. And Denny Windsor, whose wife ran off with an optometrist, and Denny started lifting weights in order to beat the shit out of the optometrist, but enjoyed weightlifting so much he shaved all the hair off his legs and chest and came 3rd in the Mr. Corner Brook bodybuilding contest. But for all my running away, I never escaped Lynch's Lane. Like the weather always mad, spring under a moon always full, bonfire summer, autumn ablaze, winter without end, the hill where I grew up perpendicular.